Welcome. I'm Rob. Allow me to reintroduce myself because it's 2025. I just figured it would be good to do a live stream where I just kind of, oh, that person's lights aren't on. Padiddle. No, Padiddle's one light. Sorry. I'm about to run an errand. And I thought, you know what? Now is a good time, if not better than any other time, this new year era. Where people like to create resolutions and reacquaint themselves with old disciplines and whatnot and so forth. I figured that I would just take a moment to introduce myself, or for those of you who have been here for a while, which almost 1,600 of us are in this community. That's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to build a community. I'm trying to organize a community. And if you'd like to join, you just hit subscribe. Then hit the notification bell, because I do go live 5 days a week, every weekday. And I'll explain who I am. Well, I'm a former radio personality. I did radio for like 20 years. Then I got let go, and we'll get into that a different time. But I'm wanting to explain what I'm doing here on YouTube. Number one, I love YouTube. I like to create funny videos, but most importantly, I just like to create. So I'm doing a live stream here every weekday, even when America finally wakes up and goes down to a 3-day work week, which, 100 years ago, people were predicting, the great capitalist of 100 years ago, they were like, technology is going to be so good that in the year 2020, they'll work 3 days a week, 15 hours a week. And here we are, most of us never being able to not be at work because of email and cell phones and whatever. But so I'm on YouTube and I'm doing news commentary. That's what I do here. I make comments on the news. It's comedy, entertainment, commentary, satirical, sarcasm, whatever. It's like Philly DeFranco for not idiots. And I don't mean in a bad way. Abigail, Kamau, what's up? I'm just doing a little quick video. I do a live and I usually talk about news stories, the big news. But today I just want to do a reintroduce myself for everybody that's new, who anybody who's gonna hit subscribe. I appreciate you. Now let me just put out there who this channel is not for, who these live streams are not for, because I get a lot of trolls. Hi, Crystal. Hi, Tyler, the Tooth Fairy. Damn, Tyler, you can't give your stuff away like that, man. People are gonna come throwing teeth at your front door if you're telling me you're the Tooth Fairy. I'm telling you, test the spirits. They are of you. I believe that. Ciao. So let me tell you who this channel is not for. Racists, homophobes, misogynists, anybody who's got such a small brain is closed off to new ideas, any of that hateful stuff. The only hate that I allow on this channel is hate towards the 1%, towards the oppressing class. That's the only hate that's allowed here, okay? Crystal Games, what's up? You sub? Thank you. Lele and Brooke. Nurkorim, hi. If I'm Vic Srandom's sup. Sorry if I'm butchering names. But so I do a live stream every weekday. And again, when America finally wakes up and we finally have a 3-day work week, which they were predicting 100 years ago, I'll still go live 5 days, okay? But some things about me, I don't fit into a political category. So when I comment onto the news, from the day I registered to get my learner's permit, I registered Green Party. I've known from a young age, having a mom as an activist, that fuck this system. It's like the Super Bowl every 4 years. And you get so many people when the Super Bowl does come around. Think about this. When the football Super Bowl comes around, what do you get? You get the fans from one city, the fans from the other city, and then a bunch of people who are either like, I hate that team, I want them to lose, so I'm adopting this team, or I don't care, it's just so big, I want to watch it. And that's our elections every 4 years. And I think it's bullshit, because this country is too big, too smart, too beautiful to treat it like a Super Bowl. And speaking of Super Bowl, we could draw some more parallels if you want. Think about how much money is invested into our elections, just like the Super Bowl. Anyways. So I'm not part of the political spectrum of America. Some might call me a radical leftist, socialist, a communist, whatever you want to call me. But just make sure you know what those things mean. If you're calling me a socialist, understand that means I want to seize the means of production. I am a labor organizer. If you're calling me a communist, make sure you understand that I want the government to run the water, the people's property and all that shit. If you're gonna call me those things, just understand what it means. Don't say redistribution of wealth, okay? So we do want to have some variance of thought, but let me, Layla Danae Barbie, my full. Oh, that's a cool last name. Well, elections are important though. No, they're not, Renee. They're already played out. Don't give me that P Diddy vote or die bullshit. Sorry. And that's the other thing. I will comment with the comments, and I will fire back, and I will say when I'm wrong. Take that, people who have am I a leftist? I don't know. Again, this is what I wanted to reintroduce myself with. This is what I believe in. If you need an ambulance ride, it should be free. I want free ambulance rides for you, your family, your grandmother, your kids. I want anybody that needs to go to the hospital in an ambulance, for all that shit to be free. Why? Because we pay taxes. I want our taxes to be paying for stuff like roads, clean water, health insurance. Think about all the public good that can be done with our taxes, which it's supposed to be. And you can qualify me, can you get a shout out? Landry Rosso. The winner takes it all elections. Y'all aren't very democratic. I don't really know them, but yeah, it's not really winner takes all. There's a popular and electoral, but anyways, but where I stand is I don't think here in America kids should have to go hungry. That's a big one for me. So you could qualify me as a leftist if you believe that, or if you think that's what leftists believe. I think ambulance rides should be free. I think people should be guaranteed paid time off. I don't think you should live to work, or work to live. I think you should be able to follow your passions. And I don't think these necessities like water and electricity and heat and all that shit should be privatized and capitalized on. I think too many people die from cold, hunger, and malnutrition, too many diseases, too much of that stuff. So essentially, you want the funds to be properly utilized versus fat foreign contributions. Exactly. I think you got it figured out. I know it's a complex topic, Will, but yes, I would like our taxes to pay for things that we need. So, yeah. I believe the Black Panthers and Fred Hampton had, Renee, I know. I don't like the S. I think every country needs to change something. No kid should ever go hungry. Everyone should have free healthcare. Yeah. It's too rational, Will. That's why the only thing I'll call myself is a radical. Because these are radical ideas. I think education should be free. I think college should be free. I think we should be investing our tax money into our public school systems. I think we should have the smartest kids in the world. I think when our kids grow up, they should be able to move to whatever country or talk to anybody in any, how America has Chinatowns and there's like, Portuguese areas and stuff. I think they should have no problem going and talking with people who speak those languages. I would like to see more investment in education, and not at a cost, not at a privatized, capitalized cost. But let me really re-emphasize ambulance rides. I think those motherfuckers should be free. I think ambulance rides should be so free that they put Uber and its mistreatment of workers out of business. Because they'll be like, damn, let's just call the ambulance. It's free. And we'll just take that. And we'll get new ways to abuse the system. Oh, what else? What are some other things I believe? Thanks for saying my last name right, because people usually say Kamau. Some off the lives I watch. Did I say it right, Kamau? Uber ambulances would be a great idea. Jesus Christ, see? And now you're getting it. What am I against? Capitalists. I don't know how you want to qualify me, but I fucking hate capitalists. I think everybody should have the right to form a union. I don't think people should be able to purchase elections. I think if we're going to have a minimum wage, which I also understand what the minimum wage was implemented for, as having testified at the State House to fight to raise the minimum wage, FDR said the minimum wage should not be a bare subsistence living. And if your business can't afford to pay workers enough for them to have a decent living, your business should not exist. And that's when the minimum wage was implemented. And if we're going to have a minimum wage, I think we should have a maximum compensation pay, because I work at a fucking coffee chain that's all green, has a mermaid on its logo, and is filled with a bunch of oppressive asshole capitalists. And our new CEO, who has no coffee experience and just got hired, makes $57,000 an hour. It takes the average employee at my company at least 3 years to make what he makes in an hour. And I think that is disgusting, especially when I work with people who work 2 or 3 jobs to be able to afford a room in a house, not even rent their own house and never think of buying a place. So these are all the things I believe if you want to subscribe. And there's more. I should say there's more. I believe comedy is the route to everyone's heart. And I believe, what else? There's a ton of things. Sorry, I got sidetracked by my ADD. Hold on, bro. You work at Starbucks. You can't complain about pay. Go get a real trade, dude. Oh, if that was a serious comment. I work concrete. My primary client is Spanish speaking. I'm white and speak fluently. There you go. GED student. My boss thinks Mexicans should speak English. Yeah, that's so ignorant. Solus, what's up? But Will, here's the thing, man. The minimum wage was meant to be a wage where you could live and buy a home. And I mean, these things, here's the thing. I'm from the fucking 80s and 90s. So people used to be able to work one job and buy a house and have a car and go to college. So it's fucking degraded over the past 40 years. 1,000 ping. Your Fortnite's getting cooked? Oh, man. I'm going to try to jump on later. Oh, by the way, we have a, can you voice act? I wish. Oh, and by the way, Will, I did have a trade. For 20 years, I worked in radio. Maybe you weren't in here when I said that. And then radio got bought out by private equity, Bain Capital specifically, and they decimated my industry. And there's a layoff season now. So, I mean, I was making over $100,000 a year. But, you know, our society values fucking profits, shareholder buybacks, and all that shit over people having jobs. You seem like a voice act. Oh, thank you, Star Power VA Dark Star. I would love to voice act. That's a dream job of mine, and I've tried to get into it. And in fact, I made my own cartoon, which is here on this channel. It's not a great cartoon, but I did voice act for it. I figured I'd just do it for myself. Abigail Kamau. Yes, I did. Good. I'd like to think, because I lived in Hawaii for a little while, that ow syllable I got from my time there, and my families that are locals that taught me how to speak the pidgin, even though that was like not fucking a Hawaiian accent. Your beard is immaculate. Thank you. That goes. It's just months of not shaving because my razor broke. Yeah, that's the truth. My razor broke. I should take it apart, but now it goes zzz, and it pulls the hair out, so it's absolutely just horrific to use. But I just wanted to reintroduce myself, because I usually come in, I bring up a news story, I talk about it, I have people in the chat comment, and I like dialogue. I just won't stand for racism, homophobia, bigotry, misogyny, any of that shit. But anything else, I love dialogue. I don't care if you're I do care if you're far right. I do, because I'm related to the great John Brown, who helped spark the Civil War, and I fucking hate racists. That's one thing I just cannot tolerate. So the far right, the neo-Nazis, you know, all the people that our grandfathers, mine, sorry, I didn't mean to call mine specifically, but our grandfathers went to war with in World War II. You know how they're making a resurgence? That shit drives me nuts. Oh, the other thing I believe in, let me reintroduce myself, is that I believe when you call America the land of the free, that means if you want to marry who you want to marry, if you want to be who you want to be, if you want to do what you want to do, that's freedom to me. If you want rights over your own body, that's freedom. You're in Denmark? You're kidding me. I've been trying to learn Danish for years. I watched Danish comedy sitcoms and I want to move to Denmark. Workers in Starbucks make 25-30 an hour, get 6 weeks of paid vacation, free insurance. There's absolutely no reason to complain, even if it's not a real trade. It's not about being a real trade. That's what I think he was being sarcastic, but Vic, you're right. None of this is about skilled labor or not. Skilled labor should be way, way higher paid, but jobs are meant to afford things in society. We have jobs now. At my job, when United Health Insurance and their asshole CEO, who's gone and not missed, Free Luigi, when his company takes medical pay or insurance out of my check, it leaves me with only earning $4 an hour. They take 80% of my paycheck. So, to have a job and you can't even pay for the copays and afford the health insurance that you're paying for every week, it makes no sense. And that's what jobs were for. They were so you could participate in society. Now people have to have 3 just to share a home in society. So 100% Vic. Please hit subscribe. Vic's Randoms. I'm sorry if I'm not pronouncing that right. We got people. I got a friend in France who's on here, South Africa, Egypt, a bunch of people all over the States, Canada. But you're the first person I've spoke to from Denmark, and I would love to talk to you more if you ever have the time. I've had my friend who's in France come on, and we did a live stream together. She co-hosted, and we chatted it up and talked about some differences and worldviews. So, Vic, if you hit subscribe and the notification bell, I'll be live again Monday. I also do go live sometimes with Fortnite, so if you guys like Fortnite, we have a Discord. Oh, Solus, I didn't put the Discord link in the description. If you could throw it in the chat, that would be awesome. Solus helps manage the Discord and helps create. He's amazing at building this community out, so please join the community. I hope you got some kind of introduction to who I am, so that way Monday when I go live and you get a notification, you'll join and you'll understand some of my perspectives on things. But I think there's way more for me to reintroduce myself. Like, I lost both my parents at a very young age, and there's some other key crucial things like that there's a Discord link. Thank you so much, Solus. So yeah, if you'd like to talk about having a better world, kids in America not going hungry, not having to pay or have medical debt, pay for ER visits and ambulance rides, getting education for free, people valuing you being smarter, not even me. It's not about me going back to school. It's about you, your kids, your grandkids, my cousin. You know what I mean? It's about us as a community getting smarter. All these things. If you want to be able to buy a house again, I'm sick of fucking corporations. My brother went down south and he sent me an article about a corporation, BlackRock, buying an entire community. And I'm like, man, this is outrageous when the Zuckerbergs and the tech bros and these private equity firms are buying out communities. They're buying land to build towns, but people, everyday working people, can't even afford one house and they're buying towns. Something's wrong. So please hit subscribe, hit the notification bell. I gotta skedaddle, but hopefully if you hit the notification bell and I stream live on Fortnite, or if you play Fortnite, we have a Fortnite thread in the Discord link, and you can join us if you'd like to play. We could play teams, usually rocking the duos, but if you want to join up, and we could talk shop on there too. So yeah, please hit subscribe, hit the notification bell. I thank you for your time, everybody that joined. Star Power, Vic, Will T, Abigail, Kamal, Renee, Lele, and Brooke. If I missed anybody, my apologies, but I thank you so much. Peace, love.